Hey guys, ArkhIce here, and today I want to talk about if, should you summon for Merlin and Elizabeth and Hawk, who is coming out next week. Which, yes, may be surprising a couple of you because typically there's a banner for a Dead Week and banner, but we're going to have a banner, Dead Week, banner, right? So that's what's going to be happening and stuff. That's the schedule. So yeah, before opening this, I have two things to say. Number one, if you enjoyed today's content, make sure to subscribe. And if you haven't yet, hit the notification bell if you want to get notified when I upload. Second thing is, I want to talk about a word from our sponsor. Kinda. I'm an ambassador, so let's talk about it. So, today we're going to be talking about Tekkwear. Tekkwear is a online clothing company / accessory company that makes various forms of cyber / goth / various things. Let's go to all on the tops. So you see here we got various different designs. We have some some Japanese text and everything, some kanji writing. We have various shirts, like some big old baggy shirts. We have some tactical clothes shirts. And of course we have some sleeveless shirts. We have various other shirts here. They make stuff like, cargo pants and stuff. We go over here to their pants and everything. There's a lot of cargo pants here. So a lot of tactical cargo stuff. They also make, not along with clothes, they make both for men, women. They also make various accessories. Like for instance, watches, right? They have various different watches here. You have a steampunk pocket watch. You got some hollow pocket watch. Some various different little wrist watches and everything. Also make necklaces, rings, facewear, hats, sunglasses, bags, and of course they also make phone cases and everything, right? There's various other things and everything. Their brand is, as you can see here, is basically goth, tactical, cyber, stuff kind of like that, right? So yeah, there will be a link to them in the description. Go click on that link, and whenever you're checking out, use the code BRENP30W10. That's all caps, by the way. BRENP30W10 to be able to support your favorite creator here and everything, right? And that's only if you want to support me. Obviously, you don't have to, but if you would like to, that is the way you can. Anyways, thank you to Tekkwear for allowing me to be an ambassador for you. Let's go along with the video. So obviously, with Merlin and Elizabeth coming out next week, we're obviously going to want to talk about them, right? And we'll save Merlin for last. Elizabeth's going to be the first one we're going to talk about, and obviously we're going to want to talk about the banners and everything, right? Alright, let's go over here, because the banner and patrons, right, they're not here, right? So we have to go to Grandcross Database Twitter. She has the banner there for us. Let's scroll down. Just so we can have this pulled up and everything ready, right? Here we go. It's right here. Not right here. Where is it at? It's somewhere in here. Hey, I have the banner pulled up in game. We will talk about the banner after we look at these two skills and what they do and everything, right? So starting off with Elizabeth. First things first, we're gonna look at her stats, right? There's one. This is the bad thing about her, right? Is her stats. Her stats are the same exact stats as the old Elizabeth and Hawks, right? They also share the same exact costumes and everything, which means she has really, really bad stats. She has 4% pierce rate, 60% resistance, 15% crit chance. This is at level 1, by the way. This will increase with level 90 and then all costumes and everything with SA Awakening. But yeah, her crit resistance is low, her crit defense is low, lifesteal is 0, crit damage is low. She just has low stats overall, right? She's just a low stat unit. Her skills, though, and passive are actually pretty good. Her first skill is a attack card, it's AoE, and it decreases skill ranks, and then at level 3, it depletes the ultimate move gauge by number of skill rank decreases, right? And her second card decreases attack-related stats of all enemies by 20, 30, 40%, and it's 2 turns, and then at rank 3, it goes up to 3 turns. Her ultimate is obviously the same ultimate as the old ArkhIce. It's a single target charge card. It charges ignores defense if you didn't know that. Obviously, it has a really high multiplier. And because she has the same ultimate as the old ArkhIce, She of course has the little combination ultimate, I guess is what I call it. So basically, if you have a Meliodas, one of the Halloween blue SR Meliodas or the Captain Meliodas, basically one of the captain ones, you do get a increased amount of damage and everything. It is a combination ultimate we haven't seen in a really long time because they don't do those anymore for some reason. Her passive is like the biggest thing about her, right? Because her passive is actually really, really good and will actually probably come into effect in the future for future play when it comes to like the goddess race and stuff. But her passive decreases the damage allies take from AoE attacks by 10% for each hero of the goddess race in battle. Which means every single goddess race that's on the field, right? That is a basically just every hero goddess race in the battle, right, on the field. I'm pretty sure this is both yours and your opponent's goddess race, because I'm pretty sure it doesn't say just hero allies. I think this is both sides, but I may be wrong about that. So if it is just yours, it goes up to 30%. If it's both, it goes up to 60%. And of course, decreases damage allies take from single target attacks by 10% for each hero of a known race in battle. This says exclude deathmatch. Obviously, it's the same as the other one, except it's single target and, of course, unknown race. Her passive is actually pretty good. It isn't like the greatest because like reducing damage is not the greatest, but it's still good, right? It's not bad, it's not great, it's just good, right? It's a good passive, which is fine, you know, it's a good passive. It'll probably, I'm thinking, gonna come and play in the future when future goddess race units come out, right? She's not a terrible unit, it's just that her stats make it to where she gets very much overlooked because she's kind of a bad unit when it comes to her stats. And stats are a very, very big part of this game. If you don't have good stats, you probably won't see use at all. That's just how it is, right? Especially when you have units like Bond who have insane stats, Escanor who has insane stats, the new Marg Ludo who has insane stats. Like, these units have like really good stats, right? So it's kind of hard to compete with those units if you don't have good stats like them. But let's go move on to probably what the main unit people are looking forward to if you're looking at this banner, right? That is the new Merlin, who in fact has new stats and new costumes, right? So let's look at her stats first, right? She gets like, I think like 75 pierce rate with everything and everything, right? Her resistance is kind of low. It's a low resistance, which is, it's fine, but it is a bad resistance stat. She does have high crit chance and high crit damage. Her crit resistance is good. Crit defense is good for what it is. Lifesteal is actually pretty good, 15%. She has good, you know, overall CC, and of course, you know, her base stats are actually pretty good and everything, right? So she has overall pretty good stats, right? There are obviously units that are better than her because she's not a Fez unit, but she does have good stats, right? Now, when it comes to her cards and passive, her first card is Escanor's Flood card, right? The one to where he does more damage per HP that you have. Yes, she has that card. And yes, she hits as hard as Escanor does. She hits the same amount of damage that the one Escanor does. So that is a plus there. A very big plus, since she is like a big DPS unit. / support unit. She's like a mix of both, right? You'll see what I'm talking about when I read her second card and obviously her passive. Her second card, it's an AoE deplete ult gauge card, right? And what it does is that it's Green Gother. It's Green Gother's card. So Green Gother's really, really good ult gauge takeaway card. She has the one that's really good attack card. Her ultimate decreases HP related stats of all enemies by 30% for 2 turns, but the damage is only a single target, right? It's a 400% of attack on one enemy. Pretty low percentage when it comes to attack, but her big thing is decreasing the HP related stats. Obviously, that's to help counter Bond, but the big issue with that, let's go to Bond real fast, right? Oh, let's go right here, right? To Bond. So Bond's passive makes it to where he removes all stat decrease effects off of him. Yeah. But, I mean, the one thing about this is that he has to have an ult gauge slot build to be filled and everything. But yeah, that's like the one thing about Bond when it comes to trying to counter his HP related stats. So it can work against Bond, but more than half, like 80% of the time, it won't work against Bond. But it's fine. It's whatever. It helps stop his ult from doing as much damage, right? Which is a natural good card, right? Of course, her passive is really good. When when she uses when a hero uses 2 skills in allied turn, disable attack skills of all enemies for 1 turn. When a hero uses 3 skills on allied turn, prevents ultimate move gauge from filling up of all enemies for 2 turns. She has a really good passive. She has really good cards. She has really good stats. She has an actual really good ultimate. She is a really good unit, right? And here's the thing to note, she will be a limited unit for the fact that she is a summer unit. So it's like Green Gotha where she won't come back that much at all. Right? And her banner, she's a really good unit. She's like, if you want to go for her, it's fine. Go for her. She's honestly a really good unit, and she's actually worth your gems if you want to get her. Her banner, right? I have to pull this up in game for this, right? I got to pull this up in game. Because I couldn't find the banner on Grand Cross database, right? So we go over here because her banner's still up, right? I do have her. So what happened was that my old JP account, I do have her. I have Mark. My friend Chrono quit the game, and his account was like 100 times better than mine. So like, hey, I will buy that account for you, which I did, right? So I don't have her on this account, but my other account I do. She's actually really good. She's really fun to play, and her banner's not bad. Like, it's not the greatest, but it's not bad either, right? So we have Merlin, the new Liz Hawk, right? We have Nanashi, Janifor Liz, Red Jericho. We have Green Hindi, Red Derriere, Green Glocks, Blue Melascula, Red Merlin, Blue Nunchaku Bon, and we have Green Giant Dian, right? So like these units right here, these bottom 5 are pretty bad. Henriksen's not the greatest, but then you have these other units who are really good. So it's like a mix, it's like half and half, right? Half is like a really good banner, half is a bad banner. So it's a good mix in between, right? Which is pretty fine. You know, her banner's not bad. Obviously, if you want to see their outfits, here are their outfits, right? So here's their outfits and everything, right? It is a 600 banner, so all you can do is go 600 gems and you can get her guaranteed. So it's not bad, right? So honestly, if you wanted to go for the Merlin and you like the Merlin, you like Merlin as a character herself, it's fine. She's worth summoning for, in all honesty. Is she a must summon? No, but she's one of those banners where she's not a must summon, but if you wanted to actually go for her, she is, you know, worth your gems and everything, right? She is a good unit to have. Just note that after her, 2 weeks after her, we will be obviously be getting the Marg banner, Marg Ludo. Marg Ludo's not a must summon, but she's a really good unit, and I will talk more about her in a future video. I look forward to that. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye!